Cal 284, my name is Chris Hayes. Thank you. That was awesome. Give it up for the band. These guys are really good. I'm going to stay up with them for their next set. We're going to do an acoustic version of Call Me Maybe.
Hey, Chris! Sorry.
What?
I missed the joke.
Okay.
No.
I'm not here.
Listen.
What? Hey, there you go. Oh, you're on? Yeah, we're on. Turn up your hearing aid. You're 38 now. Ah. All right. Hi. So, welcome. I feel like we forgot to invite somebody tonight. I can't quite put my finger on it. Did we all check in on Foursquare?
He's in Italy somewhere.
I don't know. I read that and then I read the Unabomber's manifesto just so I could feel sane again. All that thing that was happening last week. I'm glad we have this here tonight. Who was at the first reunion? Okay. Are you just like me? Did you just show up to find out who was gay? Because I did. Congratulations, Lance. I'm really proud of you. Okay. So, amongst us tonight, and what I learned from the first reunion, and some of them are here tonight, there are couples who began dating in middle school and or high school that not only stayed together, but are still together, got married, had kids, and have the highest functioning relationships that I've ever seen. Mark and Jen, Carl and Nikki, Chad, congratulations to you all. I think it's awesome. It says a lot. I think it's very courageous, and the reason I say that is because you guys stuck with the first person who ever gave you a hand job or fingered you.
How do you know it was the first?
It was 4th grade. I'd like to think it was the first. Now, for the rest of you who aren't Mark and Jen or Carl and Nikki, I want you to think about marrying the first person to ever give you an old-fashioned.
Is it all right if it was Carl's brother?
Because I gotta tell you. Thanks so much. I gotta tell you, if I got married, it would be very weird if I married the first person to do that to me. Because that means I'd be married to Brian, my 7th grade Bible camp counselor. For the hand job, too. That was So, yeah, I'm sure. This is what I like. People who know you and like you still trying to help out. Thanks, guys. Thank you. No, this is cool. I guess I'm just going to tell you a story because there's a lot of other people here. Recently, in August, I live in Jersey now, which is very strange for me, but I do all my comedy in this city. I take the train from Jersey to downtown Philly. In the midst of doing that, I drank a whole bottle of Smart Water right after I smoked a joint to offset that great decision. I walk to the train station, I get off the train, I'm at 8th and Market, and I'm doing that shuffle. There we go. Where you have to pee, like really bad.
Like a girl?
Like a girl? Yeah. I'm Jeff Dunham. Meet Walter, everybody.
Love it.
Don't tell me hard on me. Go on. It's okay.
Hi. Okay. Hold on. This is gonna be a great section. No, I didn't want to. So I get off the train. I have to pee really bad. I finally find a bathroom in the train station.
Hey, Mark, go get your wife.
Jen. Mike, go get your mistress, please. So, get off the train, I have to go to the bathroom, I kick open the door, there's this little shopping center, they have like a donut shop, and a flower shop, and like a coffee stand, and whatever. And I break through the door, and there's a urinal. There's a row of urinals, and guys, this question is for you. If you have 3 urinals on the wall, and the left one and the right one are occupied, do you go in the center, or do you go in the booth? Thank you. You go in the booth every time. The last thing you want to be pegged at is a train station pecker checker. I go into the booth, I kick open the door, I kick the door behind me, I unzip, I do my thing, I'm very relieved. I flush with my foot, I sit back up, I open the door, and there's a gentleman standing right there. Now, for those of you who've never been in men's room, so this doesn't apply to you, Jim. There is no talking in the men's room, like ever. Ever. And this gentleman is literally a foot from my face. And I said, "Can I help you?" And he said to me, and I'll never forget this, "Hey, buddy, would you like some head?" What? Yeah. Points to the handicap stall. For $5, I'll blow you.
Okay, Mike.
Now, I didn't take him up on that offer before you start making jokes. But allow me to say this. His rates, very reasonable. Very, very reasonable. Look, I like girls. Always have, always will. You know, the people are born the way you like. I like certain things from girls. However, they can get pricey. Steaks for 2 and a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc can run $100. This guy is willing to eliminate all of that for $95 less. It was something to think about. I didn't take him up on his offer, but I did have a couple questions. First, was there anything in what I was wearing while I was walking, the fact that I was whistling The Sweet Escape by Gwen Stefani walking into here, that would give you the impression that I was into same-sex train station BJs? And then my second question for him was, are you here every Monday? I like this restaurant. This restaurant's very nice. I was working in a restaurant for a while, and there was one specific occasion. My girlfriend's not feeling well. She's out in the car. Sex can be awkward when it's just brought up like apropos of nothing. I had closed up the restaurant I was working at the one night. Mike and I used to work there. He was off. It was an early night, and Chef said, "Do you mind locking up?" I said, "No." He throws me the keys. Great. I literally have the place all to myself. Now, in the midst of that conversation, we're texting back and forth, my girlfriend and I. Very sweet conversation. I missed you. I miss you too. I'm really looking forward to being home. How about I come get you? That would be great. You're the best. I love you. La, la, la. And then I started to feel a little frisky because I was by myself. And I said, "Have you ever been fucked in a restaurant before?" And I'll never forget the reply that she sent back. She said, "Yeah, why?" Needless to say, I took the train home that evening. I miss this area. There's things I miss about it that I don't know anyone else misses. Like the Lincoln Motel. Like the Neshaminy. I've never stayed, well, I've stayed at the Lincoln. Sort of. I guess you could call it staying. Yeah. Day rates, thank you. Spoken from a pure, true... Spoken from experience, I assure you. Wow. No, I don't stay in places like that. Like when I travel for comedy, I still have like a little bit of a measuring stick. Because like every time I go to New York, they'll always be like, "Stay in New York." I love New York City. I don't like its people, but I really like New York in and of itself. And I'll go, and you'll try to find a hotel, and you can't find a hotel unless it's in Brooklyn, and it's $40 a night. The thing about hotels that are $40 a night is nothing good Nothing good is happening in your life if you were staying at a $40 a night hotel room.
Hey, wait a minute.
You were either far too drunk to drive home, Jen Gannon. You either have a mess of drugs that would make Robert Downey Jr. blush, Corey Neidick. Or you were sleeping with someone that you literally want no one else in the world to find out about. And no one can keep a secret, like the desk clerk at the Neshaminy. Like the people at the Hilton or the Radisson across the street, they'll give you a toothbrush if you forget a toothbrush or a wake-up call, but they're not down for adventure. The people at the Neshaminy are down for adventure. You could call down to the front desk at 3:30 in the morning saying you need a syringe, a bag of lime, 6 bags of ice, and an axe, and they will be at your room in 3 minutes. The Sheraton people are calling the police. The biggest difference between those things, though, is the check-in. You swipe the ID card because it's not post 9/11. You have to show an ID with the hotel. But the Sheraton or the Hilton, they fill it out automatically. It's very easy. And then they have that time for that little shitty banner between like the clerk and the client. It's like, oh, staying for one night, Mr. Hayes. Business or pleasure, you know, you're like, oh, perhaps a little bit of both. You both have that stupid laugh. They don't do that at the Chamonix. They make you fill it out yourself. Here's the best part of it, though. They let you fill out your own reason for staying. That's fun. I use it as a confessional. Reason for stay? Well, the girl I met at Bottle Caps at last call, she thinks I have cocaine. Or, even better, the girl I met at Bottle Caps bar thinks I'm going to share my cocaine. I'm not going to. Not at all. Comedy. I don't know if I have anything funny to say. It's Mike Lupinacci's birthday. Everyone give him a round of applause. Mike is 39 today.
Again?
No, he's not. Mike is 39. 39, folks. His haircut is 104, but he's 39. Isn't she great? Give it up for a jalapeno on a stick, everybody. I don't know if I have much of a closer here. I don't know that I have a lot to say. I feel like I said a lot of the things at the last one. For those of you who missed it, yeah, I know. It's been done. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't, you're already roasted. I could say anything and she'd laugh like that. You need to be in my audience more often. Yeah. Oh, you could. Yeah, that feels good. Oh, you want to hear the joke that got me booed at the VFW last week? Yeah. Hold on, I have to do that look around thing. Alright, so when I was younger, I slept with a black prostitute, right? And it was insanely good. I'm not proud of the fact that I saw a prostitute, but it was like a once-in-a-lifetime thing, so I was like, okay. And if you're going to do it, you might as well go for out of the norm. I took a black girl. She was wonderful. She gave me an experience I will never, ever forget. And I gave her something that she'd never had before in her life. A job that paid $10 an hour. No, I don't. Wow. Okay. I don't even know how to follow that. In all seriousness, guys, we put this together very last minute. She couldn't be here, but Shari Berman organized the original one, or at least the best of her ability, before that all fell apart. I want to give big props to Corey Neidick. Give him a round of applause, because he's the one that came up with this place for tonight. I just kind of spitballed the idea after the crazy got a little out of control. And Corey took, yeah, a little, I know. And then Corey just took the ball and ran with it. It gets suggested a place, lined it up. So my little idea of music sitting in my sleep pants, and he took the ball and ran with it, and Sharon invited all these people, so we're really glad you came out. I don't know, before I go, this really beats being home, watching the Eagles. I have all the games on DVR. It's very painful. Here's the reason it's painful. Andy Reid had a press conference last week during which he actually referred to the Serenity Prayer to explain his team's loss. He did. He said, well, we have to accept the things we cannot change, which, as we all know, is for people in treatment. Now, he used the Serenity Prayer to diagnose his team's woes, which was good. So I'm assuming he diagnosed his son's drug addiction by teaching him the option formation. Too soon, dude. That's all right. Thank you. What else? No, it's painful to watch them this year. The Eagles have the Eagles defense has more holes exposed than Jenna Jameson on a weekly basis. Their offensive line so easily penetrated, it's been named a Kardashian. See, those always go well. Kardashian. No, okay. Mark, it's basic cable, it's not expensive. Sell some ivory. No, I don't have a lot to say, folks, but you've been really great, and I'm gonna get out of here. We'll get the band back on. Let's get the acoustic version of Call Me Maybe back up, and